tea because I genuinely need to calm down. I wrote some notes just to make sure that I have like all my talking points because I'm so confused. I'm confused as to how this was approved, and I'm confused as to how people are recommending this. I don't know if it's just because I've seen or read all of the subject matter that was taken, in my opinion. So like I said, I have seen all the mediums that I feel like were copied or used as a structure in this book, and maybe people just haven't seen all of these or read these books, and so they're just not aware as they're recommending stuff. But also, I don't know, because I've seen people comparing it to Outlander, and in my head I was like, oh, it's because he's Scottish. You know, kind of like how you're like, oh, beret, French. It's just one of those things where it's like word association. Like, that's kind of how I was thinking, and that's how I was like, oh, something seems like this. Which, that's fine. It's fine if something gives you the feeling of that, but however, it's not fine when it is just straight up copy paste, changing words, and we're moving people around, we've changed names. That's where I have a problem. So the stuff that I feel like this book is an amalgamation of: The Vampire Diaries, Outlander, Game of Thrones, and ACOTAR. So we're kind of just gonna go through example by example. Obviously, some of this, it could be considered a spoiler. So if you do still want to read this, even though I don't recommend it, be aware. Thank you. Nothing can be original. At this point in time, there is like not really an original thought. Like, everything's based off something can be influenced by something, but you have to make it your own. It's one of those things, your teacher was like, cite your sources, quote your stuff, but it has to be your work. It would be like one thing if it just like reminded you of something, but the fact that like I was reading and I went, this is The Vampire Diaries, like this is the plot for that. So I'm actually just going to go into examples now because I just feel like it's understood that obviously people can take inspiration from things, they can take moments, and the wind is really blowing, but they can like take inspiration from things. That's not the problem that I have. I have a problem with just blatantly copying stuff and not even having like the decency to just like pretend that you took a structure but like didn't copy the whole thing, didn't even really pretend. So we're gonna start with The Vampire Diaries because it is the most direct, point blank, just copying the story. This one is 100%